All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Southern Broadcast Race Network. We are at Mid-Ohio today for, I believe, the last road course race of the season. Had a little bit of issues getting on in here because there was an update I was unaware of. So we're just getting it fixed up real fast, and yeah, we'll be good. It's still messing up on my end, but oh well, it happens. As long as you guys can see the board, it is okay. We have about 24 people, it would appear, today. We're moving over what needs to be moved over. Get that out of the way. There we go. We're going to be going around John Delmatter for his qualifying lap. Mid-Ohio, kind of a tricky track. Got some long straightaways and some elevation changes, some sweeping corners, some real slow corners. This is one you want to get right. Coming down from a long straightaway along the straightaway. Then you're going to go slow through this corner, up the hill, much higher than it looks on the broadcast. Come back down, get out, and then flick it back in. So he's just on his warmer right now on his warm-up. I think he'll be able to do just fine. That's why it wasn't working. There we go, problem solved. Perfect. Very good now. We'll go on board with John and see what he has to see. Oh, what? Is someone in here? Oh, it's Bobby. Hello, Bobby. It does not give me notifications when I'm streaming that people have entered the booth. How you doing? Oh, I don't even. Yeah, we've been watching John Delamater so far, but all right, Mid-Ohio. So not going to be as hot as the truck race in Sonoma. I mean, hardly anything can beat Sonoma with the heat that just melts the tires. But you still got to be careful in these cars. I gotta say. How careful do you got to be on the throttle and your gear choice today? You think? Wow, Trex, 107. Now, we were watching you on. I was watching back the truck broadcast, and I noticed one thing that you were doing in the truck race, at least, is that you were actually downshifting into the hairpin turn. First gear, I was actually really surprised that you did that. Yeah. It just smokes the tires real good, too. Yeah. And in my opinion, it works. I want to know your opinion. Do you think sometimes having it a gear high is better than maybe going into like, okay, so take for example, there's a turn where yeah you can get some power off in second, but is it sometimes better just to keep it up higher a gear just to prevent your tires from getting flamed up? Yeah. I mean, one benefit you guys have with those cup cars is this the straight fact that they handle better on road courses than the trucks or the Arca cars. Uh, so we might have an oopsie with OBS. Did it say something, Bobby?
Hello. Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
So OBS decided, hey, let's change his output or input. I don't know, because it changed my headphone input or something. Because I was like looking and I glanced over and I don't see the bar going up, and I'm just like, that's cool. That's really cool.
Well, I am going to go back up into the race control booth. I will not be running tonight, but
And y'all be
Mr.
hiding in
Zach,
there.
Mr. Zach will be running tonight, so that'll be fun to watch
Yeah. I
and have a good broadcast.
I'll just say this: I remember a time when we brought Connor Darnell up in here, and you know, he was commentating. Maybe he can commentate with me.
That could be, but I do not see Connor on, so I think
No, I'm
you are
talking
out of
Zach.
luck
I'm talking
tonight,
Zach.
bud.
I'm talking Zach.
Uh, I can ask him. I don't know if he will, but I can ask him.
He's good because we've been trying to do this since like season 1.
Well, if he shows up, you know he'll do it. If he doesn't show up, you know he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, just tell him if just pass on the message. Real quick before you go, prediction. Who do you got for tonight?
It's going to be between Dobbs and Atkinson. Maybe Miller.
If I'm not mistaken,
Miller
didn't Miller win the
definitely.
last race?
Or, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm thinking it's between Dobbs and Miller. Atkinson maybe will have the pace also. Um, but Dobbs is really, really quick. If he's just patient out there and doesn't make any mistakes, I think he's going to walk away from the field. I think our race for second is going to be really good between Atkinson and Miller, and I think the race for third could be between Nalback, Gulker, and as I say that, Jeremy Beal actually put himself up into second place. So I
Beal's
think
one of
we're
the new
gonna have
guys,
a
isn't
really
he?
good. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a good fight tonight. I think it's gonna be really, really good.
Yeah,
So
hopefully 40 laps, and it's quite the distance at Mid Ohio. And real quick, one more question: pit stops. We're looking at a 1 or a 2 stopper tonight.
that I did not even check, to be completely honest with you. I was out there on an ego trip just to see how fast I was gonna go because I don't plan on racing. So that I cannot answer for you.
Here's my question: were you top of the field?
Nope, I was not. Unfortunately, could not get clean track, but my optimal is down to a 27.2.
Not
So
bad.
not bad at all. But all right, have a good broadcast, Joe.
Thank you. Should be advancing any moment too, huh? At least I think we should. One moment. Let's see. Okay, we're advancing in the default road up. Okay. All right, time for Mid Ohio, guys. Gonna be gridding up in just one moment. Hello to everybody in the chat. Let's get it moving. 16 cars qualified. Looks like it's going to be about a 23 car field. Everyone's gridding up right now, so let's take a look at the starting lineup. Alan Dobbs, not someone that I'm too surprised is up at the front. Dobbs will lead him down the green. Jeremiah Beal is going to be in second place on his outside. Third spot for Justin Miller and fourth for Justin Atkinson. Fifth is going to go to Alexander Light. And sixth is going to be Brian Marshall. Tom Golker, he's going to roll off seventh, and Joel Nolbeck, eighth. Ryan McEllen, he's going to be ninth, and Andrew Miller, 10th. Mitchell Connolly, 11th, and John Delmotter is going to be 12th. John Karatstath, 13th, and William Peters, 14th. Nick DeSeld is going to be 15th. Christopher Pixton's 16th. Bobby Rafferty, 17th. Zach Bueller, 18th. Brennan Griffiths, 19th. And CJ Pixton, 20th. Al Trim, 21st. Taylor Wilkerson, 22nd. And Marshall Harris, 23rd. Going to be 40 laps today. Looking at most likely just one pit stop. The way the qualifying looked, it looks like that Alan Dobbs is most likely going to run away with it. Hopefully that's not the case, but we've seen him go a running before. Make sure you tune in the chat and chat with me all race along. We'll respond to your chats and maybe give some facts along the way. Only time you're going to see this Porsche pace car tonight. Gonna be no cautions pretty much unless the track gets completely blocked. We're having a serious malfunction with the audio. Okay, I know what happened. It wasn't OBS, it was actually Discord that changed my input settings. There we go. You didn't see those trees going too. Gonna be a windy one night. About 17 mile-an-hour winds. So definitely that wind is not going to be your friend coming into certain corners. We'll go on board with one of our drivers. Just take a look at how steep this hill is, and then you're coming around. It's pretty much blind. It gets real tight and real tricky around this area. Qualifying speed was a 1 minute 28, 40 laps And the Mid-Ohio Arca race is about to begin. If I'm not mistaken, it is the last road course of the season. Yes, it is. So say goodbye to road courses until next season in the Arca series. Oh, wait, no. We actually have one more. It's Watkins Glen, and that's going to be in the Championship 8. Well, how about that? One more road course left in the season. Green flag. Good restart there by Alan Dobbs. Just what he wants. Just getting that clean air. Don't have to run side by side. He's going to gain even more time with these two going side by side. Way wide. I don't know if the 14 is going to catch the 58 there. Everyone gets spread out pretty quickly. Got a side-by-side battle for fourth. Justin Atkinson immediately takes over the spot from the 94. Down the hill they come for the first time. Kyle Trim, Brandon Griffiths already up 4 and 3 spots, as well as Taylor Wilkerson. And already spreading out incredibly fast. Oh, one car off. That's going to be Wilkerson. That's a case. Too much on the go-go pedal. Now and Dobbs gets out to a good lead as they swerve around the right-left. Bad run down the straightaway for Atkinson and leaves him vulnerable to get picked off back by that 94, and should have the run though over the 11. But he's going to have to run back on the 94, heading down the long straightaway. Going to pull out to the inside. He's side by side. Easy pass. Up the hill and down and around. Looks like Marshall Harris was a starting park tonight. A little of a... Oh. Bobby and Bucher crashed? Oh, Bobby and the 22 get into it. Oh, man. What happened there with the 22 car? That's Nick. Bobby got a better run and just... Yeah, I don't know what you do there. That was Ender Light. Looks under Atkinson. Not going to work. Atkinson's going to have the preferred line and defend his position. I think it's going to be a good battle between these 4th to 6th place cars. I think that's going to be a real good battle tonight. Take a look at the chats. Nothing right now. Highest mover, though, is Brandon Griffiths. He's up 7 from where he started. Unfortunately for him, he is 19 seconds down. Pixon just went off track and comes back onto it. Ooh, one car. That's going to be the 3, Justin Karazat. Lost it on his own. Probably too hard on the brakes or too much downshifting. CJ said he went off track again, but did not. Let's take a look when the new lap restarts of Alan Dobbs. I'd be very interested to see how he's running. We saw John Delmeyer qualify. Let's see where Dobbs is picking up speed on this road course. He's definitely one of the championship favorites. I know FRC, they're really good too. I'm going to tell you, that Watkins Glen race, that's really going to be a good benefit for him in the championship 8. He's already locked in. And we don't have that many races left. So, I mean, if you're not in a point yet where you're in the championship, you really want to make a move at it. The rules are the same as trucks. So there is going to be the Arca Edmund versus truck and Arca drivers. So I'm believing that's going to be a non-points race. So we still have Talladega and Kentucky. We have an off week. Then we have another off week. It looks like for the Kentucky All-Star race and the Pocono race against the admins and truck and Arca drivers. Then it's going to be Homestead, Las Vegas, and Auto Club. Then we're in the Championship 8. Bobby Rafferty has crashed. Ooh, bang. 45 got loose and gave him a bop. Yeah, the Championship 8 races. That's going to be Michigan, Watkins Glen, Richmond, and Chicagoland. Very different to what we see for the Truck Series. Trucks is going to be Phoenix, Iowa, Auto Club, Chicago. All right, let's go on board here with Alan Dobbs. Not afraid to slide them tires, just running on the very edge of being loose. He's running the car very aggressively. I mean, if you can handle it, works out really well, but you got to be really careful when running on the edge like that. Under the bridge. And man, he's flying through this section right now. He's really pushing it, and I'd say the car to the limit right here. I gotta move something off my screen here. There we go. There we go. Looks like it might be one of those races where everyone kind of gets spread out and a lot happens. Ryan McEllen and John Delma are going to go at it down into the fast braking zone. One car is blown up. At least I think someone did. Looked like someone did. There was a big thing of smoke. That might have been Wilkerson. Yeah, that's Wilkerson in the pit lane. It's going to be his day done, it would appear. Of the top 10, no one has gained or lost more than one position. And the gap has really just gotten out to a large margin already. I mean, Dobbs is already up 7.5 seconds on lap 8, so he is not sparing any time. And you saw he was running real hard even before that. And it's time for a commercial break. We'll be right back on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. Okay. Brendan Griffiths has crashed. And Dobbs is getting out to a we'll say dominant lead. Um, he's pretty much untouchable right now. We got a nice couple battles going on right here. But, oh man, Atkinson really was. Yeah, I mean, he's putting like a second on these guys. A lap. I mean, it's getting embarrassing for those guys. Atkinson holding off Miller. No! Looks like Nullback and Bucher may have gotten into a wreck. So Zach overbraked and I got caught up by the same thing that Atkinson did. We got good battles for second and third, and well, there goes fifth. White lost it a little bit, and that's going to give Miller a little bit of breathing room to catch up to these two. We may very well see a 40-second win here today. Because the way he's going, I mean, they ain't slowing him down, and I don't know, man. Unless he wrecks, I don't see there being any hope of catching Dobbs. I mean, he's just way too quick right now. Nick has crashed. Just went offline, apparently. Might be a chance for Beal and Atkinson. Looking low, no go. Atkinson continuing to look inside, just trying to get every point he can. And these guys battling only helps Dobbs, so. Was probably hoping to pull a move in that corner right there, but just not enough. Not enough room between him and the lap car. Pit stops should be happening in probably about 6-7 laps. We learned yesterday that the overcut does not work. So I'd expect them to come in around halfway. Dobbs has a little bit of time to play with, so it won't really hurt him, but if you're Beal or something, you could easily fall back to 5th or 6th. Or even if you're like Gulker, could easily fall out of the top 10 without a question. If you stay out too long. This is actually one of the first laps where it's appearing that Beal is going to be faster than Dobbs. Let's look at the last lap times. Dobbs put down a 31.5. Beal will put down a 31.3. So only a tenth, but at least he's finding some speed on those old tires. Justin crashed. Rear kicks out, and around she goes. Uh-oh, Bobby and Hickson crashed as well. Ooh, big pile up there. Just in the middle of the racing line, and well, nowhere you can go there. There's Andrew Miller, McClellan, Rafferty, and Bucher all in a bunch. And even with damage, Rafferty's still fast. Right now, Ryan's going to be under fire from Bobby. Inside and easy for Bobby. Looks like Zach may be looking to take him next. The road should be opening with, I'd say, about 5, within the next 5 laps. I think everyone's going to be able to make it on one stop. Yeah, pace is definitely slowing down for Dobbs just a little bit, but he's still managing to get himself up to a 15-second gap. I really don't think there's anyone that can challenge him. Bobby goes inside of the 43, and Miller will hang on to at least 9th place. Bucher looking for 10th place on McAllen. You might be able to get him into this next corner and kind of roll it around and get the pass done on the straightaway, but Zach fell off a little bit. He's gaining on him marginally, but I just don't know if it's going to be. Oh boy, he's going wide. And Zach around the 42 to take 10th from him. One car coming off pit road. Looks like Wilkerson, perhaps. The 42 goes off. Comes back onto the track, no issues. Oh no, one car off. That's going to be Mitchell Conley, it would appear. Joe Nallback is down pit road. And looks to me like he's going to be out of the race. Yeah, Dobbs has really fallen off. He's still putting on a ton of time, but once we got to about 14 laps into this, where he's really slowing down, he's only gained about a second and a half since then. Exile down pit road. Got Bobby and Zach. So this is probably the earliest that you can make a pit stop. So, if I were Dobbs, I'd just stay out as long as possible. Just wait until Beal pits, pit a lap later, and then you're good. Let's take a look at the weather, though. Yeah, so the track temp is 110, and it looks like it'll probably continue to go up. But, clouds might come in, so it could very well either climb or come down. Aptkeson is down pit road with 21 laps to go. And this should allow him to shortcut Beal and allow him to take second. As long as his pit stop's good. Off pit road he comes, and he'll wind up 6th out of everything. Beal has to deal with the lap car too, and one car off in the grass. Take a look here at Beal. That's just going to hurt his chances on pit road. And off into the grass goes Beal for just a moment. Oh, and into the back of the 28. There he goes around. Alan Dobbs down pit road this time. He's not even going to try to lead a lap. He's just going to come immediately down pit road. And that's a little pit road entry. We know Dobbs is going to be okay. He'll be probably exiting pit road by the time he gets to pit road. There goes Dobbs right now. Alexander Light going to be in the lead right now. And in the pit road is Jeremiah Beal. And more than likely, Atkinson will pass him. Wait, whoa. Did Atkinson mess up or something? I gotta look at this. Oh, he did. Wait, when was this? Oh, I didn't even notice him spin. Okay. Dobbs is back in the lead. Marshall Harris came in God knows when, somehow crashed. Whee! And Dobbs pretty much has smooth sailing home. Gained a lot of time on Beal. Partially because of that accident. Alexander Light down pit road. Here comes the 58 coming through the final two corners. Alexander Light. 4 tires pretty much necessary here. There goes Beal right there. Still on the right side of the 11. And Alexander Light is going to come out in 5th position. Ooh. A little bit of a tap from a spinny car too, but he is okay. All right, 1 minute on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. We'll be right back. Okay. 18 laps to go on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. I think they started engraving the trophy already. As I say that, he has a little bit of a moment. Not like it really matters, though. He's up 26 seconds. He's in the easy chair right now. And when I say there's no one near each other, I mean there's no one near each other. Closest battle on track is 3 seconds. He's working the lap traffic right now. Honestly, one of those races where there's just not really much to say. Now, as much as I want to, be entertaining and whatnot, it's just like, as a single guy, what do we got here? I mean, this is one of the most spread out races I've seen in a long time. Even with sometimes like, those races that we've had in the past where, a guy does run away and win it. You still have decent battles and whatnot. Alexander Light Did he just blink out? Yeah, he did. Apparently Justin Miller just had a moment. Ooh. I don't know who that was, but someone was blinking. But yeah, as I was saying, it was like, sometimes when you have like these races, you know, sometimes, you have a bunch of guys, battling, and it's still pretty cool, even though like the leader is running away with it. But it's been the same kind of guys that have been around each other, and just it's been a struggle bus for a lot of these guys. Now we got 12 cars on the lead lap. And gap is 26 seconds. Good old Blink Monster. How you doing, Joe? You having a good night watching the Arca race? Oh, light around and Neckerson. And Miller will pass light. It's one of those races, Joe, where just there's some entertaining spots here and there, but not a whole lot's going on. You looking forward to Talladega in the trucks? Oh, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, he was putting a second on them every, yeah. I've been alone all night. It's sad, lonely. You're welcome to come in if you want. Help, spice up the last 15 laps. Atkinson into the 14. I was paying attention to the chat a little bit. What happened there? Did Atkinson just... What happened? So, yeah, Atkinson ran wide. He got a really good entry. Or at least opportunity to get in there. And then just, and Miller just ran real wide and shoved him out in the grass and put him in the fourth. Atkinson probably not going to be too happy about that, so he might rough him up a bit. But yeah, Joe, if you want, more welcome to come in. Would be fun. Yeah, as I was saying with Dobbs. Yeah, you can join. Yeah, that's fine. I'll have the screen while you're joining in. I will get that up for you. There you go. It is up in Discord. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, Dobbs, he was putting about a second on the field every lap since the race started. It really didn't fall off until about 15, 16 laps into the run or so. Then it got down to maybe like, half a second to maybe a quarter of a second a lap, and from there just it's been under domination since lap 1. Hello, Joe.
Well, how's it going, Joe? It's good to have a group of Joes here in the broadcasting tonight. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, It's been a minute since we've had another person in here. It's nice to have. How much of the race have you seen so far?
I just actually started tuning in because I was racing myself with another group, but overall, I've seen everything since lap 16, so pretty interesting so far what's going on tonight. Good to see Dobbs absolutely killing the field tonight. Good for him. That's amazing.
Yeah. Bobby Rafferty actually got past Miller. I didn't even notice that. Bobby, Zach going to make this a little bit more interesting with a handful of laps to go. I'll tell you though, you ran Sonoma last night. How was it running the trucks, at least in Sonoma?
I'll tell you what, I didn't have much practice with that track at all, so I didn't run very well. But I felt the back end gets really loose though, so that was my biggest struggle, is just not spinning the truck out coming out of any exits. But I had to get a lot of practice and see what happens next year.
Yeah, I'll tell you the one thing. Track's just as hot as it was on Tuesday.
Oh, I believe it.
I think last I checked it was 110 degrees.
That's disgusting.
I think it didn't even get that hot when we were racing. I mean, you said that you don't own this track, so I mean, is this a track that looks interesting to you? Would you ever get it?
Yeah, definitely. If it comes in the schedule next season, I'll definitely have to get it and buy it.
I know we ran it last year.
Did we? I think I skipped it because I didn't have the track last year. Actually, I think it's one of the two races that I actually had a lot of. So I'll have to. I'll have to look into it because they're doing a lot more sports cars and Formula cars for racing recently. So.
Yeah, I mean, Mid-Ohio is not a track that you see too often in officials, but you know, one track that would be interesting to see would maybe be maybe Montreal. It's one that they've raced on before. Maybe put on some other tracks that we haven't seen. Now, like Coda, we haven't really seen that. That's a more of a complicated track. You know, a lot of tracks that have been used, but just haven't really gotten the time of day in the league yet.
Oh yeah, I feel that one. I'll tell you what, I am excited though for the trucks that we get to go to Iowa though for the playoffs. We'll hometown up there because they
Yeah, in Iowa, I'll tell you, the trucks run completely different in Iowa. I don't know if you were running officials, but it's I mean, it's a tough race. I mean, it's like going to be a pit strategy race, just like New Hampshire. Extremely hard to pass if you don't have brand new tires. Even if you have brand new tires, it is a pit.
Oh
Oh
no!
gosh, there goes Atkinson.
Great save though.
Saves it. Maybe he's off screen. There he goes.
Nice job.
Probably gonna have a corner cut penalty, so he's gonna have to give it up to Bobby.
Yep. It's all right. At least he saved it.
But yeah, with Iowa, it's high side dominant. Bottom's decent for a while if you're saving your tires, but once they're on the high side, once it really transitions to the high side where all the bottom really loses it, your only two options really are try to force a pass on the high end. Good luck with that. Or take a dive bomb and try for a slider. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the playoffs.
I mean, I have high confidence for that race when it comes. I think I can definitely win that race, but it's just there's so many ways that you can just get messed up on strategy.
Oh yeah. Tell you what, we'll have to keep the streak alive though next Tuesday when the trucks come back, and you can keep the Joes in the winter column.
I was told that it was either 5 or 6 in a row for Joes and trucks.
I believe that. It's been pretty crazy.
Because Burchett won Indy, didn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, and then it was, so it would have been Indy, New Hampshire, Charlotte, Bristol, Sonoma. So that's 5 in a row for the Joes. That was a good win for you in Charlotte. I was watching that on my phone when you were running that. They have one more road course this year, though. Arca goes to Watkins Glen. Trucks is done for the season.
Yeah, just short tracks and intermediates after Talladega next week. I guess we got Pocono actually. It's a little bit longer.
Choo-choo! Pocono.
Either way, though.
Yeah, Pocono's the choo-choo train. Because, yeah, I'm looking at the Arca schedule here. You know, what do they even have left? I mean, yeah, it's pretty much all intermediates except for Talladega. I don't know if you'd call Michigan or Auto Club an intermediate. I mean, they're 2 milers, and then Watkins and Richmond, and everything else is 1.5 miles. Truck, looking a little bit different on the schedule, though. Truck is going to be much more shorter tracks. Because, yeah, you still got, like, Homestead in Kentucky, but, you know, then you got, like, Rockingham, Pocono, Richmond, Phoenix, Iowa, Auto Club, a lot more variety.
You'll have to enlighten me, but what is a drivers versus admins Arca? I don't think.
Yeah, I need to know that. Like, I don't think that's going to be an official race. I'm going to have to talk to
I
Bobby
figured
about
that's
that.
we're at Pocono 23rd, so it looks like a fun race.
I'm assuming that I'm going to broadcast that if it's on a Thursday, isn't it?
Yes, because we have Trucks Kentucky on July 9th, the All-Star race, which you and I will both be at on the 10th, and then the 11th is Pocono. Right. So,
Not sure about the All-Star race, if I'll be there or not, but we shall see. It'd be nice to attend. I only attended one, but would be nice.
yeah, I got in last year. It was top 5 or top 6 in the points.
Nice,
And
nice.
I'll tell you what, I'm not top 6 in the points this year, but I'm really glad to be participating again after the win at Charlotte.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the standings for that. Well, let's look at the standings really quick. So, Arca. And by the way, with the All-Star race coming up, it is winners and top 5 in points. So right now, that would be Dobbs, Estep, Parkhurst, Gulker, Santiago. That's your top 5. And then winners would also be Justin Miller. Alyssa. Yep. And that is it.
And that is it, yeah.
And then in the trucks, for standings, it will be Joey Burchett, Michael Ball, Joe Robert, Kevin Stein, Scott Stewart Jr. That's your top 5 in points. And the rest of the winners would be Bradley Brandon, Guillaume Paulin, Joe Ibarra, and that'll be all for that. So, and then you also got to keep in mind that there are the qualifying races too, where I believe anyone from the top, from all the series that does not compete, I think there's what, probably 3 spots open, 5 spots open, I think.
Yeah, it's not many, but I think a couple do get in if they place well.
Yeah, top 15, I think it is from Cup that comes in, or something like that.
Yeah, it's quite a few from Cup and Xfinity, isn't it? And then just top 5 from Arca and Trucks.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, next week, I think everyone's at Talladega now.
That'll be a fun week for everyone then.
Ooh, 28 car.
Ooh.
Sitting in the middle of the track. Finally backed out of harm's way. That would have been bad for the 62 to just smash into him. But yeah, Talladega, definitely. If you're looking to be in that top 8, it's going to make or break your point hunt, maybe. Because you're only going to have about 4 races left. You do not want to take a 30th place finish at Talladega if you're in the hunt.
So yeah, so those bubble guys are going to be really patient. Can't win in the first lap, especially at Vegas, man. I tell you what, a lot of people try to make a move early on, and it upsets others, and things happen. But
you can win on the first lap if everybody else
oh man, we
is
got a
wrecked.
lot of people this is Nebraska, huh?
Yeah, it looks like Justin Miller, I think. But yeah, you can win on the first lap if everyone else doesn't make the second lap. Ooh,
from earlier.
why is it showing this from earlier? Yeah, okay, I think it was this one. Yeah, it said Pixon crashed. I am
Took it really wide.
not sure. Like there's Marshall. I don't know. Yeah, Dobbs not been as dominant this stage as the last one. Only put about 10 seconds on Beal as opposed to like 24 the first time around, but 6 laps to go. And yeah,
What were the
it's really
qualifying
dominant
times? Did
performance. He was
Dobbs have
about
a big
he's,
leap ahead of those guys?
he's 8 tenths ahead. No, even best lap times. He's a full half a second faster than Beal. Even 3 tenths up on Rafferty. That's a tough one to do. And even right now, he's a full half second faster than Beal. The only person that's even on a similar time right now is Bucher and Atkinson, and Miller as well. But you know, Atkinson far back. I mean, maybe Miller will have a shot at him with a couple laps to go. Kyle Trim is around. Into the grass. Gets the crap on the tires, and then around he goes. Oh, I thought he had it saved for a nice little drift. I say Dobbs definitely going to be the favorite, I think, in the Championship 8 just because of Watkins Glen. It's going to give him the bonus points he needs. And, yeah, Dobbs is definitely looking like a favorite, I'd say, for the championship.
I mean, coming off a
Rafferty,
win last week at Dover, and he's going to go back this week. I mean, he's a hell of a driver, I'll tell you what.
Rafferty,
5 wins already.
his results won't count, but he might be able to complete the last podium challenge at least to get a third out of it. Ain't no way he's going to catch Dobbs or Beal unless Beal wrecks. But he might have a chance to catch Alexander Light before it's all said and done. Getting real close to the bumper this time. Bobby looking. Nothing going there. He's going to cut to the inside.
Looks like he's...
Light's going to have to run off the corner, though. But Bobby will have the draft.
Time to go. These two are going to battle it out.
Dive bomb. Marshall around. Light defends. Forward we go. Yeah, he's on the front stretch right now. They're all just in the keyhole. I think this is called a little bit of a loose from Bobby, but there is a lap traffic ahead. Ooh, pinch from the 100.
Too wide.
And they'll get past.
Nice of those lap cars to get out of the way, let these two battle it out.
Yeah, Atkinson and Miller have to do the same thing now. 19 goes around.
Oh no!
Oh, there goes Atkinson.
Oh, big crash.
He just
drove
it in too deep the same way. Yeah.
Tell you what, when you see that car spin ahead of you, it's really easy to lose focus, and just unfortunately wasn't focused enough. And
I'm a believer that it disturbs the air. So Rafferty passed the light. I'd like to see when that happened. Ooh, big moment there and into the wall. Dobbs just drifting around that corner.
Yeah, he's
Passes the
having fun out
22
there.
with, yeah,
He's
3 to
zooming.
go.
Oh, beautiful paint scheme.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best in the league.
Good save by 22 behind Dobbs.
Time to pass one of the favorite paint schemes in the league, the Orca Brake car, Tom Gulker. Has had a really good season so far. Nice top 10 tonight. You can hold him off until the end, though.
40 seconds is the gap. Be pretty amazed to see anything happen from here. Oh, Beal? No. He just blinked out, but we'll do that.
Yeah, if Gulker gets to put a lap down, there will only be 7 cars on the lead lap.
See how nice Dobbs gonna be here. Is he gonna lap him?
Gains a lot of time in the corner.
He's looking for it,
Gonna
yep.
go right under him. Around he goes. 2 laps to go. Could make it a minute lead, but just don't think he has enough time for that. I think he lost some time somewhere, but yeah, 40 seconds. That's definitely a big gap on the field. He's coming around to the first straightaway. Beal hasn't even crossed the line yet.
Well, this lead's gotta be the biggest out of all races so far at road cars.
Yeah.
Any
Dobbs
road
is at the
car.
line and coming into the keyhole. Beal's all the way over here. Bobby just comes across the line right now. That's a 53-second gap. He's already through the keyhole, so it's just a big victory about to come for Alan Dobbs. Just needs to get through just a little bit more.
Yeah, he can just coast from here and doesn't have to worry about anything.
Zach Bucher enters the pits.
I think that's all he's gonna do too.
I believe Bobby has to do the same. White flag, 1 lap to go for Alan Dobbs. Been dominant all day, and it really was not a competition.
Yeah, I tell you what, even when I made it tuned in late, showed up late, but popping up the stream and then seeing him with this massive lead is just one of those, oh my goodness, how did this even happen? But
Yeah, it wasn't
fastest all week, it looks like, or fastest car all week, and really proved the point today. Back-to-back wins now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, big threat for the championship coming up. Through the keyhole for the final time. Down the hill and into a real challenging set right here. Comes down around the hill, hits the corner, right on the apex. And Alan Dobbs
Just coast to a victory here, folks.
gonna beat everybody but Beal by a minute. Dobbs off the final corner. He'll win Mid-Ohio by 43 seconds. A dominant performance.
Hats off to Dobbs. What an excellent performance tonight. Really, you couldn't do much if you're Beal. Good second place finish for him, but at the end of the day, what a performance by Dobbs.
Yep. 6 cars will finish on the lead lap. If you get rid of the admins, only 5 finish on the lead lap. Actually, yeah, Bobby didn't even complete the final lap. Yep, Bobby. Yep. Everybody will finish. Top 5 is the only ones that are on the lead lap. Bill comes off the final corner. Podium spot, 2nd place. Good day for him. And Justin Miller, last road course winner at Indianapolis. He's in the All-Star race with that win and in the championship 8. Can't be too dissatisfied with the 3rd. That is your top 3. Let's get some interviews going. You want to interview anybody?
I think I'll keep the questions to you. If I have something, I might speak up. But other than that,
All
I'll
right.
let you take over.
Alan Dobbs, how you doing, bud?
What's up, buddy?
All right. Doesn't really need a description. 44 seconds. That was the ending gap. I mean, it seems like you had fun today.
Yeah, I had a good one. I'm a little exhausted though. These road courses, you gotta really stay focused for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you seemed like you were pushing pretty good, even midway through the race. I mean,
I was,
what is there much to say?
it was a little loose, but I was driving within my means. Like I wasn't I wasn't being so aggressive that I was worried about wrecking. But to be fast here, you did have to really kind of set it on the rear tires and let it ride.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, not much else to say other than just a well done performance, good win, dominant, and we got another road course coming up. It's Watkins Glen. It's in the playoffs, so good luck with that. What do you got for shout out tonight?
Just shout out to everybody, north south, Nightfall Graphics. I'm my brain's fried, so there's other people that need to be shouted out, but I can't even get to your names. So appreciate everybody that's involved with this and gets this done every week.
All right, good win, and we'll see you at Talladega.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Justin Miller will finish in 3rd place today. Minute and 2 seconds back. Won the last road course. Got another podium today. How about it?
Good. It was a good, challenging race. Tell you that. Cars were an absolute handful, and once the tires got hot and they got worn, it was just a juggling match between your feet and your steering wheel.
Yeah, you were one of the guys I saw battling more with other people than anyone else. Like you, Atkinson, Marshall, Bobby. You four definitely put on a good show. Otherwise, well, you guys were most of the show. So thanks for being entertaining tonight.
Yeah, glad to be the star of the show, or at least one of the stars. That was definitely a lot of fun. I kind of wish that battle would have gone on a little bit longer, but a couple of us made a couple big mistakes, and it spread us out. So it kind of calmed it down for a bit, and then towards the end there, it seems like things got a little interesting once again. So it's definitely on the highlight reel for the race for sure.
Yeah, you did a good job battling all throughout the race, and we got one more road course coming up, so we'll see what you have to do at Watkins Glen. Know you're good at them, so we expect more good finishes out of you there. 3rd place, definitely the best of the battlers. What do you got for shoutouts?
I just want to give a shout out to my wife Jenny again, all my friends and family, and to all of the league sponsors and everybody. This has been a great league. This is the first league I've ever been in for any kind of gaming, anything. So this has been a great experience so far, and I like it here.
All right. Good job, and we'll see you at Talladega.
See ya.
Finally, we got Beal. Beal, good run, but just Dobbs was just a little too much for everyone today. I mean, what do you got to say about your race, bud? Beal?
You guys,
There, bud.
you guys,
Hello?
you guys got me.
Yeah,
There
I
we
got
go.
you.
Hey,
Hello. Well, as I said before, good run today. Just not good enough for Dobbs, I suppose, but best of the rest by quite a big margin. How'd your race go today for you?
pretty smooth, honestly. As my steering wheel randomly kicks back on, pretty smooth. Uh, just tried not to make any mistakes. I didn't care really how slow I was going, so just tried to keep it clean, and it worked out pretty well.
I mean, seemed like you're having some fun. Just you know, you stayed far enough ahead of the guys that were battling that you didn't really have to worry about that too much because they were having some moments back there.
Yeah, at one point it was pretty close. I had a couple guys right on my rear, and I don't know what happened, but they just kind of disappeared. So yeah, I didn't really. After that, I didn't really see anybody.
Well, sometimes it's nice for that to happen. Just quietly roll into a second place finish. Can't really complain too much about that. Is this your debut race, or was that the week before?
My debut race was Iowa, so this will be my fourth race, I believe.
Oh goodness, I'm going forgetful. That's fun. Um, oh, that makes me feel silly. But
Oh, you're fine.
hey, good job for you tonight. Second place, definitely your best finish. What do you got for shoutouts?
What'd you say again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What do you have for shoutouts?
Oh, I'm sure my cousin's watching. So James, what up? Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there in the Discord and watching the race. Yeah, don't really have a team yet, so I'm looking possibly if somebody wants me to join their team, reach on out.
All right. Well, maybe maybe we got some ideas. I know a guy can maybe hook you up.
Right on. Thank you.
All right. Well, tell you what, I'll shoot you a message once we're all wrapped up.
All right, man.
Anyway,
Cool.
hope you have a good night. Good job, and we will see you later at Talladega.
See you guys.
Yep. All right, that's going to be all for the broadcast tonight. I mean, dominant. That's all that can be said. Thank you, Joe, for coming in and hanging out.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. I kind of wish I was here earlier to call more of the race with you, but overall, yeah, that's off the Dobbs tonight. Excellent performance
Yeah,
from the get go, and never looked like he was going to lose this race. So, great job to him.
yeah, it was gone after lap one. All right, that's going to be all for tonight. Stick around for a quick commercial, and have a good night, everybody. This is Southern Broadcast Race Network. Goodbye.